Good morning, Mrs. Norris here. So today I'm going to be walking you through this assignment, 5.1, Early American Culture, the Great Awakening, and the Enlightenment. Before we get into how to complete this assignment, let's review the KUDs. So the first thing I'd like you to know is, why was there an American Revolution? So by the end of this unit, that's something you should be able to answer. At the end of this activity, I want you to understand that the Great Awakening influenced the development of revolutionary fervor and morality, while the Enlightenment introduced the ideas of constitutional and self-government. In today's activity, you're going to read about and identify characteristics of the Great Awakening and Enlightenment, using a comparison chart to compare the two movements. So like always, tutorials like these will be posted, and they're meant to help you if you were absent or you need a little extra help with the directions. So underneath we have our assignment, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Now what you'll notice is on this assignment a couple of things. First of all, in the top right-hand corner, we have this little speaker, and when you hover over it and click, it's going to give you a read aloud of this reading. So you can read the text and follow along as you do so. The second thing you'll notice is that there are these highlight bars. So these highlight bars are something that you're going to use later. Just click and drag them to the spot where you find the answer. So after you have read through this, on slide number 2, you'll see that there is a comparison chart. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger here. And what you're going to be doing is answering these questions in the first column as they relate to the Great Awakening and the Enlightenment. Okay? So for example, how we're going to use these highlighting boxes on the side. So you can see that red, orange, green, blue, and purple represent the different colors for each of these questions that need to be answered for each of these movements. Okay, so let's look first at the who. So who were the important people associated with the movement? So if I go back after having read this, I know that, for example, one of the people associated with the Great Awakening was Jonathan Edwards. So I'm going to click and drag to his name. Now, obviously, it's too big. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. And then if there are any other names listed below, like for example, George Whitefield, I'm going to again click and drag. Okay. Going back to the chart, I'm going to type their two names in the box. So Jonathan Edwards, George Whitefield. Okay. So the task is not only to answer the questions, but also to identify where you found the answers within the reading. So that's why you are using these. Okay. If you need extras, there's a total of 8 bars for each question. So you probably won't need more, but just in case you do, you can always click and copy, and then paste. Okay. But again, you probably won't need any more than the ones that I've given you. All right. Now, the reason why they are on both slides is so that you don't have to move or copy and paste from one slide to the next. Okay. And again, you probably won't need any more than what you have here right now. All right. So 2 parts to this task. First is to read and fill out the comparison chart. Second is to identify where you found your answers within the reading using these highlighted boxes. As a reminder, in the top right-hand corner, there's an audio file so that if you want to follow along as I read the text to you, you can do that. When you're done, return back to the assignment and submit.